We all know that passion drives purpose. And today I'm here at Revival Health Center in Clive, where Dr. Drew and his wife Kelsey have been open for a little over a year and a half now. Their passion for helping people find a solution for their health has not only been a personal experience of mine, but I've seen firsthand what it has done for our community.
So I went to Iowa for undergrad, and I was a pre-health major. We had pre-med, pre-PT, pre-everything, I felt like. And even going to Iowa, which is a big party school, people would call it, I was a health nerd through school, and I wanted to be an orthopedic surgeon. And so whenever we went out on a Friday or Saturday night, like I would go to the gym and I'd be like by myself there with my headphones, but that was me, and I loved that. And so I always tried to take this like proactive health approach. But then when I was 23, I was actually just finishing up an internship, and I started to get sick. And I think when you're 20, I was 22 when I first started, the symptoms started. But when you're that age, you kind of just want to put on a Superman cape and say, hey, I'm gonna work out harder, I'm gonna eat cleaner, and just hope everything gets better. And my wife and I were actually engaged at the time, and I didn't want to like let on that like, I think I knew deep down that I was sick, but I didn't want to like show that, right? And so I was driving to work one day, and the vision goes out in my right eye, and I didn't get in an accident, thankfully, like nothing happened, but it's got really blurry and fuzzy or hazy. Same thing happens in my left eye a week or two later, and I'm kind of living in this like hazy world. And I had other symptoms that were happening too, but that was the one where I was like, okay, something's really wrong here. And we were actually back visiting my wife's family for a family reunion, and I remember like plopping down on the couch. We went to the urgent care emergency room, and then now we were in the hospital, and this whole time I was in this like hazy, blurry world. I'm not really seeing what was going on, and I'm laying there in the hospital bed. It's me, my fiance, and then her mom, and it's like in the TV show or movie series or movie where a guy walks in, big white lab coat, and you can hear a pin drop in the room, but I couldn't see what was happening. And he has oncology written across his chest. Walks in and starts talking about leukemia, my white blood cell count, and cancer overall. And at 23, I had this, I'm gonna say more than a wake-up call for my life and for my health. And I wanted to improve. And one of the things in my mentality is I wanted to not just survive, but I wanted to thrive through that and really start to reverse some of the things that were happening, and some scary timelines, some scary words that were thrown out during that time frame. And I said, hey, you know what? I just want to take as much ownership of it as I can and try and be as healthy as I can be. I went to a clinic who he was so intelligent, he was so smart, and they were talking about how like we're going to do the things now to try and attack the cancer, but also our lifestyle plays a big factor in that. And I was just continuing to observe and talking to people, and I was like, man, like what can I do to help people live healthier lives? And I think that as we started talking more, and I was actually talking to a couple of chiropractors, and I went and I shadowed their, and I wasn't really exposed to chiropractic a lot growing up. And I went and shadowed their office, and there's these people that were coming out, and they had these like incredible changes in their health and these incredible improvements. And I was like, man, I had no idea. And people also have like neck pain and back pain, like which was great for that. But people that were reversing this diagnosis or this thing or whatever else was like, man, that's so powerful. And so with that, my wife and I am going to chiropractic school. Technically, I always say we're a team because when I was going through school, she worked at a chiropractic office the entire time that I was going through school, with the hopes of building our own dream here. And so she's actually the boss around here, but she runs all the front. She does our social media and all of that, and I get to do the doctoring things too. So to get to work on that as a team is really, really special, and we love what we've gotten to build here. So we went through school, we tried to figure out what we actually wanted to do. And we got thinking about like, okay, we want to serve a lot of families. We want to see kids grow up and be healthy. And we wanted this like health revival where people were really trying to see a revival in their own health. Going back towards simplicity with health and not trying to make it so inundated and stressful. I think trying to be healthy sometimes can be so stressful, right? We're trying to follow this certain thing or this certain paradigm, and then it changes. And we wanted to bring all that back and make it really simple. So that's the name behind Revival, and our idea and our tagline, so to speak, is heal and live well. Wherever you're at, meet people where they're at, see what their goals actually are, and say, how can we help you heal this now, wherever that might be, and then live well going forward. And we have people that come in that, maybe it is the neck pain or headaches or whatever else it is, But so often, I think we just live in a very stressful world where people are like, I want to not stress out so much. All this is becoming more and more and more. And I was just talking to someone actually recently about how like we've normalized a lot of things that aren't quite normal. People come and say, oh, I have the normal headaches, I have the normal back pain. It's like, actually, we can do things to see that improve too. So as we've built this and we get able to like pursue our dream, we're very fortunate and thankful to get to serve families and see people just do well. And we have a little wall of fame in here. People, they write their success stories, and I look on that, and in the stress of the world and everything like that, it's like, man, I'm very thankful to be able to do what we do, serve people the way that we do, and we're different. I think that's in a good way. People get to see these results happen. It's like, wow, I had no idea that I could see the success with all these different types of symptoms, and that's what we are really passionate about.
Real relationships with real passion, helping others find real solutions. And that's why they're one of my preferred partners.